Thanks for joining 2K Sports for NBA action this Sunday afternoon. We'll watch the Boston Celtics in this one as they go up against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. Brian Anderson with you, Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. And now that we're into December, let's check in on the Rookie of the Year race. And this year's rookie class has been an exceptionally fun one to watch. So I'm sure fans want to know who's out in front. It's been a tremendous start to the season for him, making a smooth transition to the NBA and securing himself in the 5 spot.
And he finds himself among the top 5. What a superb start to his NBA career.
Well, there's no doubting he's had a pretty smooth transition to the NBA, and that's saying a lot. Even for the most talented rookies, those first few months can be tough.
And the starting group for the Celtics. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Vucevic in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for Toronto, the perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. And it's quickly in at the point guard position. And with all the analysis we do going into a season, some things you just can't predict, Doris.
The unexpected always arises in this particular league. Whether it's a new face, whether there's a key injury, the narrative is always changing from week to week.
Now here's Tatum. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Raptors. On offense, here come the Raptors.
Hey, yo, right here.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to Barnes. From outside, off the mark. About a minute into this first quarter, a chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. Right away, we got to talking about Jaylen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us, but with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from Coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Back over to you guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Boston pulls it in. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
And despite the difference in talent level, these teams were fairly evenly matched last year.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
For Toronto, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise. And with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It's a beautiful thing. Shams, appreciate the report.
Derek White, tremendous finisher in the painted area, just drops it in softly.
Quickly, passes to Barrett. Kicks it out to Barnes. Quickly against Pritchard. From behind the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
So often the outcome of a game is dictated in the first quarter of a game. This is a tough start.
And that one drops.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done. The lead pass is on the money. Make it so easy for your teammate.
And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. A tough loss coming against the Lakers in their last game played.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Jason Tatum.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
The three from quickly. Boston pulls it in. There's a minute 54 left in the opening quarter. Primarily seen as a scorer, Immanuel Quickley's defense is often overlooked, Doris.
It is, B.A., and I think the first thing about his defensive effort is important, right? He works very hard. His navigation over screens. He's very quick with his rotation. He's a really long, rangy athlete. Couldn't agree more about being overlooked defensively.
Here's Gonzalez. Toronto making their last shot. Picked by Vucevic. The three. Gonzalez misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Pirtle. Brown against Dick. Pirtle with a screen on Brown. Dick. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
This team loves it when Pirtle can make an impact on the offensive glass. There's a lot of ways he can get his points, but this is an easy one.
Now here's Tatum. Coming off a 28-point game against the Lakers. Nails it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Dick. Takes a three. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Down low.
Oh, come on.
Pirtle. Now here's Quickley. Tight defense on him. No good off the back of the rim.
Nice.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now. Looking a little out of sorts.
Here's Gonzalez. Still without a bucket. Pass to Tatum. Over Quickley. Can't cash in the 10-footer. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Celtics. They're up by 5. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
They've got Walter. Barnes is out there with Dick. And it's Shed in at the point. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Keita gets the bucket.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Back to you.
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie. So it's Boston now. After the basket by Toronto. He buries it from 3. Hauser's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Outside Dick. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Exum. Boston leading by 8. Here's Pritchard. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Toronto shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Some changes for Toronto. Barrett comes in for Dick. And Immanuel Quickley subbed in for Walter. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Exum. Here's Barrett, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow, the hammer by R.J. Barrett. How about that athleticism?
Tatum with a screen. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Rebound by the Raptors. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Graham.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters, and he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too. They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Here's White. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And one thing you hear coaches say all the time, Doris, finish the cut.
The reason being, you have to let the passer know exactly what you're going to do. If you stop short, so often the ball ends up out of bounds.
First free throws.
Nice.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender, a guy who can contribute to a good team.
Ingram's checked in for Toronto. White hits them both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Quickly passes to Ingram from the wing, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Pritchard with it. He's scoreless to the paint. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Boy, a very quiet start, but it looks like he's starting to find a little something out there.
Pritchard with a steal. Here's White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
Sometimes you anticipate that contact is coming and you have to take it. Nice job by White to hang in there.
Barnes passes to Quickly. We've got 1:48 left to play in the half. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Quickly.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Boston with some changes. Garza comes in for Hauser, and it's Brown in for Pritchard. Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Well, for the most part, they've taken care of the ball. I mean, that's one of the few mistakes they've made in what has been a good half.
And Toronto has possession. It's a 10-point game. Ingram on the wing, pounded by Tatum. The shot by Ingram, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Kid has got 8.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Mamukelashvili. To halt the run. Counted. 40 seconds left in the second period. Now here's White. He's got 6. Tatum with a screen. Garza passes to Tatum. Tatum drills the 3.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And here's Ingram from the arc. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Here's the pick. And he converts the layup. Give him 8.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And so it's the Boston Celtics looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer
Good second
sounds.
quarter.
How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Fans, direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot from the sleeves. They're thinking about the shot.
Miss. Oh, what? Oh.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
Checking out Toronto, there are some high expectations coming into the season, and they can create a lot of pressure on a team. But they said we can handle it, and they're proving it.
Yeah, they've got the character and the talent to be a top team in the league.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Toronto Raptors.
What they're doing tonight doesn't even count as defense. Open shots all over the place. Have a little pride, fellas.
Yeah, their lack of engagement at that end is pretty glaring.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White and Brown are the wingmen. Jason Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, a legit threat to finish it with authority.
Raptors trail by 19. And here's Quickly, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And it's Tatum missing. The Raptors shooting at 45% of the game so far. And since arriving in Toronto, his hometown, R.J. Barrett has seen his game take a step forward, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And in particular, his playmaking has gone to another level. If he could ever get his shot right, then he really will be off and running.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Let's take a look at the numbers for Brandon Ingram.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. 17-foot shot on the way. And again, Toronto no good.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Brown passes to Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
They're always looking for ways to put Jason Tatum in positions to attack. No better way than in pick-and-roll action.
The Raptors have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside Barrett. Back to Quickly. Toronto passing it around. And here's Ingram from the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Oh, wow. I was not thinking.
He wants so badly quickly to see the ball go through the net. You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Well, with big hands and nice touch, Pirtle knows how to finish in the post. This guy has a lot in his arsenal.
Now here's Brown. He's got 11. To the inside. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
And it's the Raptors with the ball. Outside Barrett. Outside Barnes. Barrett against White. Here's Pirtle. Boston pulls it in. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 tonight.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And Vucevic slams it in.
Nikola Vucevic skilled at rolling hard to the rim after setting the screen. That is a smart play.
Ingram against Brown. Barnes a screen. To the middle. Tatum with a steal. Inside. Here's Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Brown's got 13.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Well, Doris, when you look at the skill set Jason Tatum possesses, what specifically makes him such an elite player?
Well, if you're elite, it means you have a multi-dimensional game, and that's Jason Tatum to a T. He came in with a scoring mindset. His playmaking skills have advanced every single season. He also absorbs an enormous weight on the defensive end. This guy is elite for a reason, and it's because it's a well-rounded game.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Raptors making a switch here. Dick's checked in. Hauser, he's checked in for Boston.
I could not replicate those dance moves, folks. Let's hear it for your Raptors, Lil Boss!
A minute 31 left to play in the third. Now Brown. He's got 13. Here's Tatum. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. On the wing, Grady Dick. The three-pointer off the mark.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Left side, Pritchard. Uncovered. That shot missing.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
Barnes, no good. Boston on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Pick by Vucevic. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Rebound, Toronto. Here's quickly. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
That's the handles of Emmanuel quickly on display. This guy is so good with the ball in his hands.
Here's Pritchard. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
Vucevic with a steal. And so it's Boston. A huge 24-point lead for them. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. Then it's Grady Dick, and it's Murray Boyles in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And there's the screen to the inside. Here's Tatum. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
You do not want to give up passing lanes off the screen. How about Jason Tatum with a decisive look there?
And for the Raptors, they're shooting only 42%. Kicks it out to Barrett. The 3-ball. And the 3-pointer goes.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Now here's Tatum. Hauser left side. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Come on.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Quickly. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
That's a conversion inside by Emmanuel Quickly. Just a quick opportunity finish.
White on the wing. Over Quickly. And the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Hurdle, he's checked in for Toronto.
Substitution on the court.
And so here is Toronto. Pass to Barrett. And with the introduction of the NBA Cup, the regular season schedule is more packed than ever.
You know what, B.A.? Many constituents in this game believe the regular season schedule should top out at 72 games. This is something the commissioner broached back when he introduced the Cup. Not necessarily 72, just that there could be a reduction. But there's too much money at stake. I don't believe this will ever happen. Love to see Barrett aggressively sharing the basketball. Wants to get it to his teammates in their spots. Nice.
Vucevic, a screen on Quickly. Payne, the pass to Vucevic. Hurdle grabs a miss.
That was bad.
Raptors trail by 21. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Dick off target with the 3.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Garza. Payne, the pass to Garza. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jakob Poeltl. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
He's checked in for Toronto. Brandon Ingram comes in for Dick. Boston also changing it up. Brown comes in for Vucevic. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Payne.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Doris, you think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the NBA. Teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the game, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game.
Celtics lead by 22. White with it. Pass to Garza. Nice ball movement by Boston. White, good.
Well, Derek White, fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
The Raptors have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Outside Ingram. There's 1:34 left in the fourth. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Celtics.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Jason Tatum.
You love this guy's confidence. He believes every shot is going in, and boy, a whole lot of them did.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
A line change here for Toronto. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. And so it's Boston with it. Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Garza. Count that bucket.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Here's Murray Boyles. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Shed. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Garza. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And let's reveal our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
PlayStation